Good morning. Hmm. It's cold. Why am I out here? There's actually a blizzard taking place. I should be inside. I think I'm going to go inside. Thank you very much. Okay. And you thought you couldn't think of anything worse than a bathroom mirror selfie, didn't you? Yeah. Oh well. Such to be you. Right. Okay. Yeah. So let's get on with this, shall we? The oxygen crisis. About 2.5 billion years ago, cyanobacteria, that is, primitive protoplants, started metabolizing carbon dioxide and sunlight and excreting oxygen. Before this time, oxygen had been a rare and very sparse gas in the atmosphere. The cyanobacteria, however, produced huge amounts of oxygen. They didn't produce it all at once, they produced it in bursts. And this filled the oceans with dissolved oxygen, which caused the iron in the oceans, to rust and settle, which led to the banded iron formations, which are a global phenomenon. Anywhere where you have sedimentary rocks of the age range of 2.5 billion years old to 2 billion years old, you have banded iron formations in that rock layer. And this is why industry has or had so much freely available surface iron ready to be extracted. B, why our atmosphere contains so much oxygen. Oxygen, created by cyanobacteria, was affected by sunlight to create ozone, which in turn formed a blanket high in the atmosphere, which by about 2 billion years ago was dense enough that it actually shielded life from sunlight, from UV radiation to a degree. During this period, stromatolites became a very common phenomenon. Complex, multicellular animals. Or are they plants? I'm not sure. Are stromatolites animals or are they plants? Comment below, please, because I'm not 100% sure. Are they animals or are they plants? Do they metabolize O2 and sunlight and produce oxygen? Or do they metabolize oxygen and minerals and produce CO2? Don't know. I'm going to have to look that one up. But in any case, stromatolites became a common phenomenon. These are, of course, multicellular life forms, because now that there was so much oxygen, that kind of thing became possible, where it had never been possible before. However, the oxygen crisis also killed off a lot of life forms that couldn't adapt to a world rich in oxygen. And those are all now dead, or they live in anoxic conditions in the nastiest places on Earth, places we as humans cannot live. Caves, hydrothermal vents in the ocean, the bottom of toxic lakes. And in the bottom layers of dense mud, again at the bottoms of lakes and rivers and the bottom of the ocean. Life forms that still cannot endure the presence of oxygen. But other life forms evolved to consume that oxygen, to use that oxygen, to metabolize that oxygen, and developed multicellularity, sufficiently complex bodies that were able to eventually lead, after the oxygen crisis, to a great division of labor, which I'll talk about later. In the meantime, everybody take care, be well, stay safe. Love yous all.